Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss the basics of mensurations chapter of class 8th, the formulae and some other basic concepts. So, in our previous classes, we have done square. So, area of square it is equal to side into side, or you can say side square. This is a rectangle. Area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Then we had done triangle. This is base of the triangle B and this is height of the triangle H. So area of triangle it is equal to 1 by 2 into base into height. Then we had done parallelogram also. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This is H, parallel as well as equal also. This is base B. So area of parallelogram it is equal to base into height. Then we have done circle also. Area of circle it is equal to pi r square. Now in class 8th, in worksheet number 1, there are the questions related to area of trapezium. Before we do area of trapezium, you must be aware that what is a trapezium. So this is a trapezium. Trapezium is a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides is parallel. So here you can see this is parallel to this. So this is one side A and this is another side B and this is height H. So the formula of area of trapezium is 1 by 2 into sum of parallel sides into altitude. Another name of altitude is height. So it is equal to 1 by 2 into A plus B sum of parallel sides into height. This is the formula of area of trapezium. Now second, suppose we have a general quadrilateral, like quadrilateral is a closed figure having four sides. Let this is a quadrilateral. I have named it A, B, C, D. And this is one of the diagonals. This is a perpendicular on it. I have named it H1. And this is another perpendicular on it. I have named it H2. So this is a general quadrilateral. Formula of area of general quadrilateral. Area of general quadrilateral. It is 1 by 2 into diagonal into height 1 plus height 2, means sum of both the height, sum of both the altitudes. This is about area of trapezium and area of general quadrilateral. Now I am discussing about total surface area of cuboid. You have seen a brick, you have seen a cuboidal room. So suppose I have to apply some paper on all the sides of the brick, or I have to paint the whole brick. So I have to find total surface area of cuboid. So total surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Now suppose I have to apply paint only on the four walls. That is called lateral surface area of cuboid. And the formula of lateral surface area of cuboid is 2 into L plus B into H. Do you know that 2 into L plus B is called perimeter of rectangle also? Into H means height. Now, lateral surface area of cuboid is also called as area of four walls of room. Now, suppose for 1 mark a question is given that perimeter of a rectangular hall is 20 meter and height is 5 meter. What is lateral surface area? So you will come to know that 20 is this and 5 is this. So 20 into 5, 100 meter square will be the lateral surface area of cuboid. Now, after lateral surface area of cuboid, now I am going towards cube. Total surface area of cube. You have seen the cubical blocks like cube in die, etc. So total surface area of cube, the formula is 6 into edge square. Edge square can be written even side square also. Sixth, lateral surface area only means walls. Lateral surface area of cube, it is equal to 4 into edge square. 4 into edge square. Now, let's discuss about volume of cuboid. Suppose you have a cuboidal block. So volume, how you are to find? Volume of cuboid, it is equal to L into B into H. Length into breadth into height. Suppose length, breadth and height all are in centimeters. So volume will be in centimeter cube. Now volume of cube. So volume of cube will be either you can write edge whole cube or side whole cube. And the unit of volume is like meter cube, centimeter cube, etc. Now I am discussing about cylinder. See, this is a cylinder, right? This is the height of the cylinder. This is the radius of the cylinder. Now, suppose I have to apply some paper, or you can say I have to color outer portion of the cylinder. So that is called as curved surface area of cylinder. The formula of curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r h. 2 pi r means circumference, h means height. Suppose for 1 mark a question is given that circumference of a cylinder is 5 centimeter and height is 2 centimeter. What will be its curved surface area? So you will multiply 5 into 2, that is 10. What is another name of lateral surface, a curved surface area? It is also called lateral surface area. So if curved is written or lateral is written, it is one and the same thing. Now, total surface area of cylinder. Total surface area of cylinder. The formula is 2 pi r into r plus h. And how this formula is made? In lateral surface area, we add area of one base plus area of other base. And when you solve it, you get this formula total surface area of cylinder. Now, in a cylinder, how much water can be filled, how much oil can be filled? So volume of cylinder will be found. And the formula is pi r square h. Pi r square is area of the base and h is the height. So whenever you are to find the volume of cylinder, you will find by pi r square h. Now 12th. Now suppose you have 6 faces, you have a cube. तो क्यूब के 6 फेसेस हैं, 12 एजेस हैं, edges are 12 and 8 vertices are there. So by using this, what you do, you are using here Euler's formula, EULER apostrophe S, Euler's formula. क्या है Euler's formula? Faces plus vertices is equal to edges plus 2. Now I just wish to tell you that in exam, when the question is asked, what type of question is asked? Like find edges, if vertices are 6, and edges are, vertices are 6 and faces are 5. Now how will you do this question? You will write faces plus vertices is equal to edges plus 2. So find edges if vertices are 6 and faces are 5. तो faces में आप 5 पुट कर दो, vertices में 6 पुट कर दो, and it is equal to e plus 2. So 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 2 comes to the left side, minus 2 is equal to e. So edges will be 9. So by using Euler's formula, if two things are given like faces and vertices are given, you can find edges. If edges and vertices are given, you can find faces. So you must know Euler's formula, right? So this was all about the basics of mensurations chapter. Now by using all these formulae, you can do any sort of question related to mensuration. Students, hope you have understood this video completely. Thanks for watching the video.